went over some of the rules of the sky so far as the drone is concerned with you, and some imagery that will benefit you when you guys fly these things. And I look forward to it. So thanks for having me.
My name is Frank Monterino. I'm Brett's neighbor. Mr. Lava.
That's all right. They know me both.
Also a school board member. He's got elected this last year. And this is a lot of fascinating stuff you kids are doing. And I tell you what, you really focus on this, you're going to go far, because this is where the future is going. So really, Mr. Lava here, he's the man to teach you. So listen to what he's got to say.
My name is Roger Daly. I'm also a school board member, new to the board this year. So I'm just, Mr. Harris here has been kind enough to show us around, and so we're just out checking it out and learning what high schools are doing or what all the schools are doing. And in particular, this project, because we were at the, obviously we were at the board meeting the other day when Brett made his presentation and about the drone project, which is very intriguing, interesting to me as well. So I'm interested in finding out more about the drone project myself. I have 10-year-old, 11-year-old kids who are very interested in the drone projects as well, in drones. So thanks for having us as your guest.
Hey guys, I'm Jeff Harris. I'm the superintendent. Now, how many of you were at the board meeting last week and presented? You guys did a great job. So thank you for doing that. And I'm not going to drone on. Just thought I'd throw that in there. I know. You've been waiting a long time. I have. One of those things. I will give you to Mr. Wobble and Mr. Lietner. You guys have fun. Thanks.
Good job, kids.
All right, so you guys, this is a real huge experience for us today, and a benefit for you to have Mr. Lietner here today to kind of tell you a little bit about what he does and how it affects you. Because there's definite ramifications of drone flying with the FAA. So he's going to kind of give you some of those details. Do you need anything like?
No, I think I'm fine. But if somebody could help me just pull these out, thanks, appreciate it. I think I got enough, but I don't share the square.
By the way, anybody know what FAA stands for?
Not FFA, but FAA. FFA is the Future Farmers of America. West Australia. Federal Aviation Administration is the FAA. And with regard to what I do out at the airport, we're responsible for airspace enforcement. And we have various parcels of airspace that are protected and must be kept clear for arriving and departing aircraft. So what you see in front of you is kind of a distillation of the regulations along with some imagery. Now, I understand when it comes to flying these drones, it's going to be off the soccer field, correct?
That's what we're hoping, yes.
Okay, great. So if you look at the map, everybody knows where the airport is, right? If you look at both of our runways, they're left-hand traffic patterns, so it's all left turns to the end of the runway, or a straight-in approach. So if you're to the east or to the north of the soccer field, you should be just fine. A lot of those rules and regulations, and I welcome questions at any time, I love questions, because to drone on sometimes isn't necessarily your benefit. So a lot of it's common sense, right? Like, who has the ultimate authority for the operation of the drone? Yeah, whoever's controlling it, right? And in the parlance of the FAA, they call it pilot. So you're a drone pilot because you're operating an aerial. Thank you very much, appreciate it. How about local weather conditions? You think that's important?
Yeah.
Like today? You want to go fly your drone today? No, right? Because I mean, visibility is terrible. The winds are ferocious. There's a lot of hazards that could be prevalent. We discussed the air traffic patterns, left-hand traffic. Both the runways are straight in, so that's where you want to be looking for the airplane. The orientation of the runways, we've got one that's directly north-south, and we've got one that's southeast-northwest. So when it comes to runway numbering, it's the magnetic heading. So for instance, runway 18 is 180 degrees, which is which direction? South, right? Runway 36, which is its reciprocal, 360 degrees, that's straight north. Runway 300 degrees magnetic northwest. Runway 12, its reciprocal, 120 southeast.
I always wondered what those numbers meant.
Yeah, and there's, what's the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks, where he's ripping off the airline? What's
So catch me if you can.
Catch Me If You Can, right. There's one scene here, one line in there where he's like runway 63, which is total fiction. I mean, there's no 630 degrees unless you're uncertain. Maybe that was the intent, I don't know. Location of person's property, that's pretty self-explanatory, right? I mean, if you fly, you're responsible for the operation of the drone, so if you fly into somebody's car, especially if it's a Bentley or an Aston Martin or something, guess who's responsible?
I have a question for you. I see a lot going on where people's privacy is being invaded within your backyard or whatever. Is that legal to go over and control somebody's property up there and all that? Like people shooting them up and whatever?
Yeah, know your neighbor, right?
Yeah, right.
So they have to be under safe cover, is what the regulation says. You cannot fly over a person that is not under safe cover. Legally, and I'm no attorney, but the way I interpret the regulation, if you fly it over their house and they're in the house, that's fine.
Okay. I was just curious. You see a lot of going on these days. A lot of
Right, absolutely. No, that's a great question. But you know, if you are going to be in the vicinity of the house, I would recommend that you ask for permission and let them know that you're doing it. Because the last thing I would imagine somebody wants to see when they're getting out of the shower is a drone outside their window or something, right? So I mean, just use good sense. Make sure that you have sufficient energy for a forced landing. And what a forced landing means is basically a crash landing. If you lose your power, you've got to have enough energy, enough kinetic energy. Is it kinetic or potential? I've been out of school for a long time, whatever. Enough energy to land in a safe spot.
It's potential if it's a battery.
There we go. Okay. Potential is a battery. So make sure you've got enough to get to where you need to go should it give out. We do the same thing in airplanes.
I have an example of that. We were out flying mine right out here, my big one, and it starts blinking. Tell me, and the little ones start blinking too when the batteries start to go. And I was bringing it back around, and it decided it was going to land right then and there. And it came down okay, but it almost hit some kids and busted a rotor off while I hit one of the benches out here in the front. So you got to be aware when those lights start blinking, you start looking to land.
Get it on the ground quick.
Right. And I began flying for what it's worth. When I was in high school, I settled on my 16th birthday, and then I got my license when I was 17. And it was during that time that I had an engine failure in a single engine airplane, and it was on the takeoff leg. Luckily enough, I made it back to the airport, but I got a stuck exhaust valve. And it put up back pressure on the piston where it wasn't, wasn't operating. So I was able to bring it back around, but talk about the pucker factor. I mean, it was pretty high that day. So always make sure you've got a place to go when something like that happens. No more than 100 miles an hour. Do we need to be worried about that?
No.
Okay.
75 could be, with some of the drones could do 75, but.
Okay. Or 87 knots. Anybody know how much a knot is? Kind of figured it out. 1.15 miles an hour. So 100 knots, 150 miles per hour. No higher than 400 feet AGL, which stands for above ground level. How do you tell?
Our controllers will tell us on the advanced ones. On your beginning drones, you won't know.
Okay. And 400 feet is about a 40-story building, right? So
They wouldn't reach that high.
It's pretty high.
So no need to worry about that. Visibility, as I said about today's weather, must be greater than 3 statute miles. You think we got 3 miles today? Probably not. No less than 500 feet below the cloud layer and 2,000 feet horizontal distance from the cloud. That's the same with an airplane when it's operating under visual flight rules. How can you tell that? You really can't, but you need to, just do your best. 2,000 feet, that's about a half a mile, a little bit less, right? 500 feet, 50-story building. So just good practice, stay away from clouds, because the airplane can break a cloud at any time and you might have potential conflict. Person under safe cover, as we talked about, no, cannot be operated at night, cannot be operated while the pilot is impaired. Woo! That includes being sick, So I mean, if you got a bad cold or you got a flu or something like that, don't be flying the drone. Must be in visual contact at all times, and full scale, which is to say, big, powered, heavier than air aircraft have the right of way over drones at all times. So if you ever see a potential conflict between the drone and another airplane, take evasive action, get out of the way.
I have an example of that also. So they're doing the mass casualty drill down at the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
And I was asked to have my drone in there to take some pictures and stuff like that. And
Dan Pratt.
Yeah, Dan Bratton, he was in his helicopter. He's taking off from the fairgrounds, and he was at the same height that I was with my drone. And so I had to drop my drone down real quick, or having a helicopter drone collision.
Right. And never assume that the pilot, the other pilot, is
They
going
can't
to
see it, yeah.
And another thing, another phenomenon with aircraft, and they teach us pilots, if you're on a conflicting trajectory with another airplane, it's going to appear stagnant in your windscreen from a pilot's perspective, until it just becomes really big and then it's game over. So never, and the old rule of thumb is make it move. If you see an airplane, a bird, whatever, a drone, in your windscreen, move the controls around, make it move, get it out of the way. But that's what's going to happen, especially with the drone, because it's comparatively small when juxtaposed with like a 737 or something like that.
Right, and that pilot might be looking in a different direction than your drone is.
Yep, yep. So that's really all I have when it comes to the rules and good operating practices and policies. Does anybody have any questions? I can answer again. I love questions.
Another one, the flying at night thing,
Yeah.
you can't fly them at night.
Right, so from the end of civil daylight, which I'm not sure exactly what that is. Beautiful. All right, so 5:36 to the beginning of civil twilight.
Is that like a state rule or is that a federal?
That's a federal rule. That's a federal rule.
I saw something, was at this event, and you saw these drones flying around videotaping this event. It was pitch black out. I was kind of wondering, you could see them up there, and they were up quite high and stuff. And they had a helicopter, a Robinson R-22,
Oh, sure.
around there. And I'm thinking, man, that's kind of interesting. There were probably 25 drones up there videotaping this event.
Right.
And this Robinson's flying around up there, which is a small
Yeah, small.
aircraft. And like, it was all pretty close. I was wondering about that.
Yeah, yeah. So that's.
They were all breaking the law, basically.
And the thing with drones, it's also new. People are still learning these regulations and so, and so forth. So we see a lot of that.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
I was so surprised it was happening, and then when you said that, like,
Yeah.
So I have a question too. I've heard that it's like 5 miles from the airport radius is what FAA regulations are for flying drones. Obviously, we're within that, but you said we could fly at the soccer field without any problem. So
Correct.
Can you clarify that a little bit?
Yeah, so as I understand it, that's derived from what they call advisory circular guidance, and it's not a set regulation per se. But what we can do from the airport's perspective is issue what we call a notice to airmen, letting pilots know that drone activity is whatever it may be 3 miles southeast of the airport, and below 300. So if you don't mind giving us a call before you fly, then I'll go ahead and issue that note, and then that'll let aircraft in the vicinity know that you guys are operating.
Because obviously, it's not always the airlines coming in here. There's private planes too that fly off of those paths.
Right.
So that's what I was concerned about.
Like me, for instance.
Exactly.
I can get my plane and come and, harass you. Yeah. But no, yes, that's the.
I mean, when we start on the soccer field, when we get started, our training drones are, their range is really pretty short.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be very high, or they'll lose control just because they lose radio signal. But when we get our bigger drones, they'll have a lot longer range. So I'm obviously concerned there.
Yeah.
But I wanted to kind of clear that because I've heard obviously 2 different things, so that makes sense.
And there's a lot of scuttlebutt that circulates, because someone will say, no, it's 3 miles, no, it's 4 miles, 5 miles, 7 miles, whatever it might be. But that, from what I understand, is not what it is.
So you need, 72 hours notice, or just that day?
72 hours.
Huh?
Up to 70 hours.
Oh, okay.
72 hours, and I prefer 72 hours, because the sooner it gets out and is disseminated.
Okay.
So,
Okay. For us, it's probably going to be 1 day a week because of all the sports and other things these guys are doing, trying to get everybody together. It'll probably be like on a Wednesday afternoon or something like that. So we should be able to get a schedule kind of put together.
Great.
Weather permitting.
3 statute miles, right? 500 feet below and 2,000 feet horizontal.
Yeah, in springtime we gotta deal with the winds a lot. And I know that our drones, if they're over a half a pound, you have to register them with the FAA. And is there a exception for educational purposes that do those?
Not that I know of, which isn't to say one doesn't exist.
Right.
I still think it'd be a good thing for us to do it, just have the students go through the process
Yeah.
of registering their drones.
And unless something's changed, it's $5. And it's been $5 to register an aircraft for like 117 years. But, yeah, so it's.
And my car costs.
Yes, sir.
Looks like the lowest plane
Well, it has to be 500 feet minimum from persons or property. So what we're dealing with that at the airport right now, you'll notice that the runways are displaced as such that there aren't persons or property that are 500 feet. So Part 77 is the way that the airspace is designed. So it can be 500 feet in any direction. So when they're coming in, they might be, 600 feet above, 400 feet from, 100 feet above, whatever it might be.
Right.
So that's the rule. And then it's 1,000 feet in rural areas. And this would be defined CEC would be urban, so it's 500. Good question, really good question.
So is that why they put the 400-foot rule, so there's like a nice cushion of 100 feet in there?
Exactly. Or so I would imagine.
So, it sounds logical.
Makes perfect sense.
So, I remember we talked a little bit before you came about situations where drones have interfered with probably firefighting, or there might have been collisions with airplanes and stuff like that, like almost like bird strikes and things. Do you know of any instances regionally that might have happened?
I don't know of any regionally.
Do you have any others?
Yes, if you go through aviation periodicals, flying magazines, stuff like that, you read about it all the time. Drone gets ingested into an aircraft engine. Drone names somebody. There's the thought. Drone collides with a car. Drone. I mean, it's a very serious problem, and it's happening with alarming regularity at this point. So, yeah, I mean, take it very seriously because you can have somebody there.
That's right. Well, they're already talking about putting lasers on the drones, so I don't know what the kids are having like.
So,
All right.
if I may ask just a little more about the project, you guys will be flying every week,
Sure.
and the students go through drone,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, they will, we're gonna have them start next Tuesday.
Tuesday's the plan.
Yep, Tuesday, they're gonna unpack their training drones. We're gonna put them through a few tasks of get into a hover, because these things, if you let go of the sticks, they're gone. They're just going all over the place. Not like my big camera drone, it'll just stop and stay right there where I left it. So these ones are a lot more difficult to fly, for sure. And so they're going to learn the characteristics of their aircraft and learn the pre-flight, because they have to initialize the controls at the start. And the reason we got these ones, they also have a first-person view camera on them.
Yeah.
And so they have to get also, besides watching them fly, they have to start learning how to fly through the first person.
Okay.
So,
Here's
Oh, okay.
So obviously not anything real dangerous, but really good to learn.
Absolutely.
oh, except when it gets in your hair, then it's bad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, about that.
And as was said, I mean, if this is something you're interested in, big future, big bright future of this stuff. I mean, because it's being used in just about every conceivable application, right? I mean, from defense to photography to Amazon,
Oh, yeah.
commerce, dropping stuff off.
Did you see the one, was it you that sent me the one on the bees?
Yeah.
Somebody sent me one, they're pollinating plants with drones now. Because of the bee populations are down, they're programming drones to be able to pollinate plants.
Told you it's a bee gas gun.
The angry bee. Sending the angry bee up, pollinate. That's what it sounds like.
Sounds like
Sounds
it's
effective.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you were talking to me earlier about some opportunity out at the airport for like kids who might be interested in aviation.
Yeah, so there isn't a program in place, there used to be years ago, and I kind of lament that it's no longer around, but if you're interested in piloting, if you're interested in aviation maintenance technology, becoming a mechanic, please let me know, and I can help, because I'm a pilot and I'm a mechanic, and I've worked at the airlines. And I think I have a familiarity with various career choices you may have when it comes to that. So if that's something you're interested in, please contact me, whether it be through Mr. Gaspar or whomever. I'm more than welcome. It'd be fun for me, to be honest. Because like I said, I mean, I began flying when I was 14, which was like 70 years ago. And a couple years later, I was a licensed pilot. So
What's the difference between turning wrenches for an aircraft as opposed to like just doing it for a car or any other?
well, you have to be licensed. So in order to be a licensed airframe and power plant mechanic, you got to go to a vocational school for 2 years, or you've got to do 1,900 hours of applicable experience. So you can work with me for 1,900 hours, and then as a licensed mechanic, I can sign you off, sign your logbook, but it has to be in several areas, whether it be recips, turbines, for older planes, open fabric, which is a surface before metal, sheet metal work, just all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to get you started. It's a lot of fun. It's a great career. It's really in demand. It pays well. If that's what you enjoy, man, I can't imagine anything better. Which isn't to say that you're not going to be out there on cold days of hydraulic fluid running down your arm, or smashing your head on evidence or thing or whatever. I mean, that's part of it too. But it is a lot of fun.
That's right. How many airplane manufacturers are there now?
Well, I mean, for airliners, there's just basically 2 Airbus globally.
Right.
And then regional, you have like Bombardier, Embraer,
So you don't have to like learn every, a whole bunch of stuff. They usually use the same technology in their planes sometimes, right?
They do. And then you have specialties like avionics, for some radios and things of that nature. If you do go to work for an airline, they'll get you trained specifically for the type of aircraft that you're going to be working on, whether it be, at a base maintenance station doing heavy checks or on the line fixing squawks as they come up and things break. And when it comes to that, if you like that fast-paced kind of high-pressure line maintenance is where you would want to be, because the plane comes in, it's got a squawk, it needs to go out in 20 minutes, and they just hit you over the head as hard as they can. It's good.
What about in general aviation? Most of the planes are like 40 years old, right?
Yeah, they are. And there's a lot of new technology coming out with composite aircraft like Cirrus airplanes and so forth. But yeah, I mean, my airplane was in 1946. It was Cessna 140 tailwing. And most of them are from the mid-70s to the early 80s, so 35, 40 year.
Yeah, does Cessna make general aviation planes anymore?
They do. They make just a few. They make the 172, the 182, the 906.
Yeah, I mean, they try to keep those airplanes up in the sky as long as they can.
Yeah.
Because they're a good investment.
They are. And there's still, I mean, the single engine airplanes that are recips, horizontally opposed cylinders, most of them are 4-6. Magnetos, carburetors, I mean, it's very simple stuff. That's our thing.
Okay, any other questions for Mr. Lietner? All right, well, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much. If you don't mind, I'd like to come back sometime.
Oh, yeah, sure.
A lot of fun.
right.
Thank you all. Have a great weekend and have fun next week.
Oh, yeah.
Be safe.
Yeah, so you guys, Tuesday, so you kind of get this in your head. During seminar on Tuesday, we've got almost all of the suitcases put together. You need to have your teams put together by Tuesday, so you know who your team member is. Pick a partner, get set up. We're gonna have you open up your drones. You won't probably fly them Tuesday. We will actually try to fly them maybe Thursday, just to get them off the ground, and you can just hover around in here really low. But Tuesday, you're gonna have to put the drone together, and Hunter's gonna show you how to do that without breaking it.
Oh, yeah. Braden also has experience in breaking
And
down.
also, hope to see you all at Sequay tonight, 4 o'clock, all you can eat pizza.
Yeah, root